what is the most important thing you need for a good gaming experience? Someone will tell you, oh, you need to have the latest GPU. And by latest, they mean the latest. So have you just bought a GTX 1080? Well, tough luck. The Titan X come out, it's time to upgrade again. Someone will tell you, oh, you must play the latest games, the one that just has been announced, and you need to play at midnight when they just get out, and take your day off from work to be sure you are the first one on earth playing that game. And you also will need to become very angry if for some reason the console version is getting released a couple of days before. Especially in the PC gaming community, everything seems to be about the latest thing. You will need to have the latest GPU, need to play the latest game. Is this really what you need to have fun gaming with your PC? Oh yeah, I having so much fun playing this tech demo of VR. I spent all this money on this stupid equipment and I look like an idiot, but look how fun it is to play games for 8 years old. Woo! Woo! What you really need to have a good gaming experience is good games. Let me quickly go through my PC build and specs and show you don't need a stellar machine to have fun and what is really important to put your money in. First off, the CPU, it's an Core i5-4460. The motherboard is an ASRock Z97M Anniversary Edition. For the RAM, just Crucial Ballistics 8GB DDR3, nothing crazy there. For the CPU cooler, the Cooler Master Hyper TX3 Evo. Power supplies, again Cooler Master, the G550M, which is as well a modular power supply. And the GPU is a modest Asus GTX 750, not even the TI version, just the overclock one. This amounted to around €500 and it's an honest budget to play games at 1080p with a medium to high setting depending on the game. But one of the components I choose more carefully is the actual case. This is a Bitfenix Phenom Micro RTX. This case is gorgeous, it's compact, it's sexy, and yet it still have plenty of room to get a full-size GPU, and a lot of extra room to get even crazier with the CPU cooler and loads of space for adding extra fans. I choose a Z97M motherboard which allow for overclocking because originally I thought to just get a Pentium Anniversary and overclock it like crazy. However, I found that the i5-4460 was better suiting my needs. I'm not only using the PC for gaming, but also using it for photography, for example. So it's good to have a solid i5 with multi-core, plus the 4460 edition is also supporting VTD, so virtualization fully supported by the CPU, which allow me to run smoothly a Linux machine for my coding experimentations. The RAM, as I said, is not that important, just DDR3 is good enough, buy as much as you can, it's cheap. The cooler, the TX3 Cooler Master, is definitely overkill for the processor I have, considering it is not even overclocked. But in case I would like to go into overclocking in the future, I'm already sorted out with the cooler, and at the moment it's actually allowing me to run my machine very cool. The CPU stay at 50 degrees Celsius under load, which is absolutely great. The power supply is as well one of the mostly overlooked components, but it's really important to have a power supply that gives plenty of power to your machine, and most importantly, that power needs to be delivered in a very consistent and efficient way. That's why I strongly suggest you not to go for cheap power supplies, but put your money into it. You're going to keep it for a long time as well, so it's one of those components together with the case that you should really invest your money in. The power supply is as well a modular one, which allow you to keep your build nice and clean and make it easy to maintain and expand it in the future. Now, the hardest components to justify for my build more likely will be the GTX 750. It's really an average GPU, right? However, it allows me to play BioShock Infinite, for example, at 60 frames per second at medium to high settings. It runs Alien Isolation without any issue at 60 frames per second. And for other games such as Half-Life 2 or Portal 2, it's absolutely not having any issue, and I really enjoy those games. Not necessarily you're going to have fun by throwing money into the latest GPU or the latest release games such as No Man's Sky, for example. Quite the opposite. By letting other people test the new hardware, see how much it's actually delivering, and testing new games and see how much fun they are, you're going to ensure to put your money only on the things that are really going to deliver you loads of fun. And sometimes it's not only about having good hardware, good software matter too. In the case of No Man's Sky, for example, a lot of people that jump in and got it as soon as release lamented poor performance even on great hardware. Software optimization is key on the actual gaming experience you're going to have. For example, BioShock Infinite, being a newer game, is supporting my video card much better and is much more optimized for my current system. So BioShock Infinite is actually running smoother than the original BioShock on my machine. Save yourself money and time and only buy the hardware that matter and play the games that matter. And you're going to have fun. Say so, I may upgrade my GPU to eventually be able to play 2K games resolution. I think 4K is overkill, while 2K is still low with a considerably normal budget to enjoy a better resolution. As well, I will enjoy a 2K monitor for my photography as well. But do not buy a new GPU just because it's new. Always consider what is adding to your gaming experience and the overall experience with using your PC. Let me know your thoughts if you agree with me or if you completely disagree, and please comment below, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you everyone.